Hello. Well, today I was gonna give a live stream a go. I was gonna see how those settings, how to, I guess, do those settings. I've never done a live stream before. I was gonna see if I can figure it out on the go, I guess, because theory can only take you so far. I guess you just need to do it to figure out how to do it. But then I figured out that YouTube has this 24-hour hold up, I guess. It won't let you live stream for 24 hours. And so, yeah, it looks like that's not going to be a thing today. No live stream. I guess I'll have to play around the settings next time when I'm allowed to do a live stream. And while I was going to figure out the settings, I was planning on talking about some stuff during, I guess, while I figured out the settings. And one of those, I know I have a picture up of a person with tats, but it's not really on tattoos. It's more about the idea of how the norms around culture, what people consider as normal, or how frequently you see it, the desire to have, in this case, tattoos, how that has changed from, say, someone as a teenager now versus when I was a teenager. It's definitely, times have changed, and I guess they always have changed. So there you are. So the concept of then and now, as far as the norms, cultural norms, whatever you want to, however that's at least a thought experiment as far as then and now. And, as far as reflecting on how things are, people are the same, but concepts are different as far as what is, say, what you would want versus, I don't want, right? I don't want to have tattoos because I don't want people to think of me that way back then, right? Now it's like, I want another one. I want that tattoo that you have, or, right? As far as the desire, depending on what is normal, what is desirable versus not. So I did get a chance to catch some interesting conversations on the TLC. I think Christian Baxter had a conversation with James Taylor Foreman, and he, I guess he writes stories on his Substack. And one of those that they were talking about was the LLM model, the AI, and it was the idea of that story, man, sure looks like it's a nice short story, or actually I don't know how long or short that story is, but anyways, I did also get to catch, well, not live, none of these were live, I guess. It was I have a complicated schedule. It's not fixed, so I don't really get to see some of those live streams. I get to see them after the fact. And I did get to see on Luke Thompson's Grill Country just the other day a conversation between T-Grog. I think that's the first time I've ever seen him on a live stream. I seen him in the chat, but never on a live stream, at least that I've noticed. And he was between him, Luke, and Mark Parker from More Nuts Than Bolts. And later on, it was Aaron and Sherry. But what a wonderful conversation! What a wonderful back and forth with the ideas. Even though, like T-Grog disagrees, right? He was sharing a little bit about his story, his background. I guess he's out of Utah, and within Utah, there's a Mormonism, and how he gives them pushback as well, just like he gives people in TLC pushback. And with PBK, because he's a Calvinist, he gives him pushback, and Luke, because he's an Orthodox, he gives him pushback, and the Catholics on and on it goes. But again, very respectful conversation, very intriguing ideas, back and forth. Man, I love it. Anyways, I was going to have a little conversation about that. As far as, while I was going to try to figure out the settings, just like, I guess here I had to figure out these settings here and there, but like I said, it's doing them when you get used to how to do them or how to do them. And I never streamed before. I was going to try to see if I can figure out those settings. What am I thinking? Because I think I have 10, 12 subscriptions. So like, who's ever going to be able to catch it live, and who might even be like I said, the chances of them being on when I'm on, and for them to, because I was going to share the StreamYard link so they can be part of the conversation, the back and forth. I know it's very highly unlikely, but still, if I do want to StreamYard, I need to figure out the settings to do that. But anyways, I guess YouTube has this 24-hour where well, at least it told me I wasn't able to stream, go live until that 24-hour mark. So I guess I won't be able to practice those settings. But anyways, I was going to bounce back these ideas while I was trying to figure, while I waited on someone to jump on, if that was even going to be the case, and to figure out the settings and the how it all works, since it was going to be my first time. But anyways, the other one is about the rules of chess as an idea. I don't know if you ever played chess. I've played chess here and there, but so the concept of the rules that are set by somebody else, and whether you like those rules or not, and do you play the game to get the desired outcome. So I'll give you an example, the hypothetical about rules being forced upon you. So when you're in high school, I was in high school once or twice, there was rules as far as if you wanted to graduate, right, you needed to pass your class. Also, you needed to take and pass these classes or else no go, right? Like a certain amount of English classes and science classes and math classes, right? At least I think it was minimum 2 of science, 2 of math, more for English, that kind of thing. But if you didn't pass those, then you wouldn't be able to get your diploma. So if you wanted the diploma, so as far as if it was a game like chess, you had to play the game, figure out how to play it if you want to win, ergo get the diploma. But in real life, I'm not in high school, neither are you probably. In real life, like the rules that are there, and even though we may not like the rules that are there, that we have no say so over, I was like, how do we play the game? How do we, right? We can complain about the rules, and we can spend our free time complaining and being upset and being resentful or whatnot, instead of learning how to play the game. So so the hypothetical scenario, what if there was a new rule for high school? So anybody that's currently in high school right now, they said, starting your junior and senior year, you're going to have the opportunity to play in a chess championship in your local community by other juniors and seniors, and you have to win at least one tournament before you graduate. As a matter of fact, if you don't win at least one tournament, you don't get to graduate. And the other rule is that you only have 10 chances, so you can only participate or enroll in 10 tournaments. And if you don't win any of those 10 tournaments, not even once, then you don't get your high school diploma. Let's say that this was a new rule. Well, I can already see how to current high school juniors and seniors would just blow a gasket, be like, what? This is a silly rule, and I don't like this rule. And some would be like, okay, I've played chess before, or maybe like I've heard about chess, and some be like, no sweat, I'm not gonna be playing against grandmasters, I'm gonna be playing against my peers, right? So some would be trying to learn the game, right? How does a queen move? How does a bishop move? Then again, the opening strategies, right? The Italian, that kind of thing. Strategies, how to think 3 moves ahead, for how does the opponent going to react to your move, and especially if there are more moves ahead, the whole shenanigans. Sorry, the whole shebangs. So there's going to be a lot of shenanigans to those that don't want the rules and spend time being frustrated about the rules and just throwing a fit and breaking things, instead of learning how to play the game to get the desired outcome, which in that case would be get your high school diploma. You're like, there wouldn't be no absurd rules on high school students. Well, right now, currently there are, right? You have to take a certain amount of classes, and if you don't pass them, minimum at least 2 of math, right, that kind of thing, then you don't get to graduate. Sure, there's some elective classes, but what I'm saying is those are the rules. So in the game of life, to play the game, what do? Especially when there's some things that you don't like. Just the rules of reality, the rules of the world of human nature, right? Because there's there's a lot of mean people out there. There's a lot of con artists. There's a lot of difficulty when it comes to being in the world, right? Being in the world but not of the world. And even so, the conversation with T-Grog and TLC in that stream, he mentions pseudo-Christians and even of the cloth that are doing despicable things that even heathens wouldn't do, right? Because they're so immorally, like, the debauchery, right? And to hear people of the cloth doing these things, well, in the reality of things, those are pseudo-Christians, right? They're not, right? In my opinion, I could be wrong. That's why, like I said, go back and forth with opinions, right? Because that's the frustrating things. But, it was, at least we got the advice, by the fruit, you will know them. So anyways, just some things that I thought were the ideas during the streams that I wasn't able to catch live. But anyways, good ideas nonetheless. And well, I guess I could keep going, but anyways, this was just to give me ideas to ramble on as I try to work the settings. How to. I've never done a live stream. I've used StreamYard only to enter somebody else's stream, but not to myself host the stream. But I know that I saw a video, a quick how-to, and I was like, okay, several moving parts for sure. But I think the way you learn is by actual theory can only take you so far, right? Neither do. But anyways, right now I'm not. I have to wait. And I lost my opportunity because I'm going to be pretty busy. I won't be able to stream if I'm going to even have the ability to, the free time to, at least for minimum 1 week. I'm going to be busy next week. So anyways, since I didn't get a chance to, I'm going to do, just record it, I guess, and then post it. I don't have to post it, but why not, right? Anyways, maybe I'll catch you in one of your streams live. I'm going to attempt it later on, about a week or so-ish. But anyways, say hello, drop a comment. New channel, so if you stumble upon this, and if you're watching this, help me out, because like I said, it's collecting dust. Give it a thumb up, comment, share it if you dare. You don't have to. Anyways, say hello. If you haven't checked out TLC, there's many. Anyways, this little corner of the internet. Well, yeah, I've been catching up on you guys' channels. Whenever I can catch a live stream, I do check it out. I think I'm repeating myself. Limited free time, but anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I did post a few videos a little bit ago, not too many. If you wanna, you can check those out. Put in a comment as far as what do you think on those concept ideas or whatever I might have shared. I did share a little bit about my personal life, though I don't like to, but anyways, I did a little bit. Alright, till next time, from this itty bitty little corner of the internet. The handle is de sol a sol. That's Spanish. Concept of sunset to sunrise to sunset, or from sun up, like all day long, from sun up to sun up, from sunset to sunset. It depends on how it's interpreted. The whole concept of back from the forming way of things is you were only able to work when there was daylight. So let's work while there's still daylight. From a Christian perspective, right? Because if you're walking in the dark, any little obstacle you're going to stumble over. But in broad daylight, easy to see the obstacle. So anyways, let's walk in the light. Let's work while there's still daylight. Whatever you want to, however. That's why I kind of like that saying. And well, now it's my handle. So there you are. Alex, de sol a sol. Till next time, say hello if you happen to run into me on one of your live streams. All right.